Good morning. I appreciate this opportunity to interact with you through this Skype. And I'm going to be reading this book. Can you all see it? Let me hold it up a little more. There, okay. Okay, it's called Iowa ABCs with Pippi the Pig. Okay. Iowa is the land between two rivers, the Corn State, the Hawkeye State. Now we're going to go use each letter of the alphabet and talk about, the Iowa connection. A is for the Amana colonies and are known for their traditions. German settlers in 7 villages with a common mission. B, float in a hot air balloon with Pippi the Pig. Enjoy the National Balloon Museum and imagine what you can see. C, 99 counties in Iowa for the letter C, from a dare to write. Now learning them is the key. D is for Des Moines, the largest city in the state, home of our grand capital. Pippi thinks it's simply great. E is for the Dutch experience. Come see the pellet tulips in all their beauty and brilliance. F is for the state flower, bird, rock, and tree. Take a look around you, too, you will see. G, Grant Wood's name starts with the letter G, known for his paintings of the Midwest landscape created so beautifully. H stands for the Loess Hills, sculptured by a glacier, wind-blown landscapes forming Iowa's unique nature. I is for Iowa State, Iowa State University, providing education for you and me. Iowans take pride in learning, no matter how old they may be. J, Pippi says major jobs and industry are for the letter J. Farming, manufacturing, insurance, and mining are what many Iowans do for pay. K stands for Kennick Stadium. Go Hawkeyes. Pippi cheers. Named after now Kennick, honored after all these years. L stands for Louisiana Purchase of 1803. Starts with the letter L. The U.S. acquired Iowa. The French they did sell. M is for our state's motto. Pippi likes to brag. You can clearly read it on your own state flag. The motto is, our liberties we prize and our rights we will maintain. N, Iowa's nickname stands for the letter N. The Hawkeye State is what it has traditionally been. O comes after I in Iowa for our state's name, beginning with 2 vowels no other state can claim. P stands for famous people. Piggy has named a few, so many more on the list, you can add 1 or 2. On the list are Bob Feller, Grant Wood, Ashton Kutcher, Herbert Hoover, Buffalo Bill, Johnny Carson, Simon Estes, Big Spiderbeck, Cloris Leachman, John Wayne, Donna Reed, Billy Sunday. The largest cereal company in the world, stands for Quaker Oats. Pippi says it is her favorite if you check her notes. R stands for rivers that make our 2 boundaries so grand. The mighty Mississippi and Missouri divide our rich and fertile land. We are the land between 2 great rivers. S represents Iowa's 4 different seasons. Pippi loves it here and that is one of the reasons. T is for Terrace Hill, home of our governors since 1972. A historic Victorian mansion with an amazing Des Moines view. And that's where I live, in the 3rd floor, or the attic. Iowa, U. Iowa entered the Union on December 28, 1846, and stands for the letter U. Becoming the 29th state was a grand event that had so much to do. V is for the Valley Junction with its historic charm and flair. This original railroad community is something unique and rare. W stands for Wisconsin, one of Iowa's 6 borders. But don't forget the other states that also rub our shoulders. They are Minnesota, South Dakota, Nebraska, Missouri, and Illinois. X can be found in the Iowa tribes, Fox and Sioux. But remember the Sac, Iowa, and Sauk Indians too. Yellow, Y is for yellow. Yellow is for the letter Y, the color of the corn as it grows to the sky. Z is for the Blank Park Zoo. You should come to visit here in Des Moines. Another is the Iowa State Fair. No one should ever miss it. It is a great place to visit, the Iowa State Fair. So that's Iowa ABCs by Pippi the Pig.
Governor Branstad, would you like to tell us a little bit about how important reading is in the schools and out of school, please?
Yes. Well, reading is so important because it's one of the fundamental things that you need to do to learn things is to be able to read. It also is important because it's how you can get a lot of entertainment and enjoyment. I love to read books. I've learned a lot. I especially like history and learning about the state of Iowa and the history of our state. But if you really don't master reading, you're not going to also be able to master the other subjects as well, because being able to read well will help you do well in all your other subjects. So it's critically important that you really master reading and read every opportunity that you have, and not only read for assignments, but also read for fun and enjoyment too.
Do you mind if we ask you a few questions?
Sure, please do.
The question, Governor Branstad, is what was your favorite book when you were little?
I think Black Beauty, which was about a black horse. When I was little, I think that was one of my favorite books.
Another question? Fourth grade? Peyton?
Do you like the Iowa Hawkeyes or Iowa State?
Hey, I like them both. And don't forget the UNI Panthers.
That's right.
I'm going to Cedar Falls today, and I just met with a group of agriculture students from Iowa State. So I like all of our state schools.
Kendall, what's your question? What is the most recent book you have read?
Oh, let's see. You know, there's a book that I just received last night. I haven't completed it, but Orion Samuelson, he's a farm broadcaster, and he's got a book. Pull it out of my briefcase here. I'm really excited about it. I just got this last night, and he personally autographed it for me. It's You Can't Dream Big Enough. You see that? You Can't Dream Big Enough. Orion Samuelson is a very famous farm broadcaster. He's on WGN radio in Chicago. He's also on the RFD TV network, and he wrote this book. He autographed it to me, and I want you to read what he told me. Last night I was at a banquet at the FFA Enrichment Center in Ankeny, and he gave me his book, and he said, Governor Branstad, best wishes to my plowing friend, and thank you for your years of support for that you've given for agriculture. Dream big. Orion Samuelson, WGN, and it was signed yesterday. So that's the book I'm reading right now, and it's a great book. It tells all about his life growing up on a farm, on a dairy farm in southwestern Wisconsin.
Great. Do you have a favorite author, and who is it?
A favorite author, I've read a lot of different authors. I think Mr. McCullough, that's written many books about historic figures, John Adams and others. I think he's also written one about Harry Truman, but he is a very good author. Also, Doris Kearns Goodwin, who wrote the book about a team of rivals, about Abraham Lincoln, his presidency, and how he put many of his rivals on his cabinet. And you may know that they've now made that into a movie about Lincoln. That is, I recently saw the movie, and that I think is a very good historic movie as well. But the book also is, I think, an outstanding part of our, very important part of our American history.
Wonderful. A few more questions. Hannah.
What was the book about in Black Beauty?
Some of the kids have never read Black Beauty. They want to know what it was about.
Well, it's about a black horse. I grew up on a farm, and I had a horse named Fury when I was a kid, and I loved to ride that horse. And so this was really about a horse called Black Beauty, and I don't remember all the details about it, but I just remember it was all about this young person who had this horse and how much they loved the horse and all the things they did together.
Hold on. Next question. Did you hear that?
I didn't hear it.
Did you want to become a governor when you were growing up?
You know, I had some outstanding teachers that got me really interested in government and public service. I would credit Lyra Seawick, my 8th grade U.S. history teacher, and Fred Smith, who taught Iowa history and civics. They really inspired me to want to go into a career of public service, and I guess from about that time on, I did have an ambition of serving, and governor is, I think, the greatest job in the state of Iowa. So it's an honor and a privilege to serve the people of Iowa as governor. I've now served longer than any other governor in Iowa history, and second longest in the United States.
Katya. How does it feel to be the governor?
Well, it's an important job, and I take it very seriously. I try to work very hard, go to every county every year, meet with a lot of people. It's important. If you're going to be a good leader, you got to be a good listener. But you also have the responsibility of providing leadership and putting together a budget and a program to help make Iowa the best that it can be.
How about 3 more questions? Tyler? Thank you. You already, the question was what was your favorite book right now, and you just shared that one.
Yeah, I mentioned this one that I just got, You Can't Dream Big Enough by Orion Samuelson.
Okay, another one, yeah, go ahead. Some of them would like to know how long you have been the governor.
Well, this is my 19th year as governor. I was elected in 1982. I served 4 terms. So I served from January of 83 to January 99. I then had a 12-year sabbatical. I served as the president of Des Moines University, which is an osteopathic medical school and also trains other healthcare professionals. And I retired from there to run for governor again in 2010, and then started my second tour in 2011. And so now it's 2013. I'm in my 3rd year of my 5th term as governor. So this is my 19th year.
We have
Well, I'm the chief executive of the state, so it's my responsibility to present a condition of the state address to the legislature and make recommendations for the budget for the state of Iowa and programs. This year, we're focusing on education reform with the goal of improving student achievement. We're also focusing on reducing property tax to help us bring more business and jobs to the state of Iowa. And we have a goal of being the healthiest state in the nation, working to try to help people make good decisions in terms of nutrition, exercise, not using tobacco products, and things that can help people live longer and healthier lives. So my job as governor is to articulate the vision and a plan for Iowa and then work with the legislature to accomplish it.
And one more question. Mrs. Bealer, you want to pick somebody? Oh, River? Okay, River.
Who's your favorite famous person?
Who is your favorite famous person?
I would say my favorite famous person in all of American history would be Abraham Lincoln, because he kept the country together, north to south. He also had the vision to build the transcontinental railroad that brought the country together east to west. He freed the slaves. He also he signed the law for what's called the Morrill Act that created land-grant universities, and Iowa State is part of that. And just about every state has got a land-grant university that helps train people in technology and agriculture. And so I really believe that he was the greatest American president, and I have a great deal of respect and admiration for Abraham Lincoln and all that he accomplished.
Well, thank you, Governor Branstad, for taking time out of your busy schedule. Let's
Thank you.